2 years ago, at this point of time, I was certainly very stressed, anxious and panicked because the selective high school exam was just around the corner. And I can understand, bro. Life is getting tough, it's challenging. However, there's one thing that my parents told me that helped me get through this. And that is that in just a matter of a few weeks, it would be all over. I'd be free, I'd have plenty of free time. Especially in my case, the very next day after the exam, I was going to India. So I was very excited. And I think that was the driving force that helped me get through this. Now in this video, I'm going to cover 5 pieces of very valuable advice that you should keep in mind when sitting the selective high school exam. Before I begin, I just want to give a shout out to my friend Jack, who has his YouTube channel called WakanCar, and he makes really wonderful gaming videos on there, so make sure you check it out. So firstly, make sure you calm down. Because if you're stressed, anxious, panicked when sitting the selective high school exam, then the chances of you making a mistake are incredibly high. And that one mistake could very well be the difference between you getting into selective school and missing out. So make sure you take a deep breath in and remember that everything is gonna be alright. You've got this, bro. Secondly, I cannot emphasize this technique enough because I've mentioned it in so many videos across this channel, and that is cherry picking questions. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially cycling through the test paper and picking out the easier questions first and doing the challenging ones later. This way you'll attempt more questions. And I've made videos explaining how you can implement this technique into each subject of a selective high school exam, except for writing of course. So you can check those videos in the top right hand corner of the screen. Okay, so this next point I'm about to make is something that actually happened to me. During our planning time for the writing component of the selective high school exam, I got a little bit lost into cooking up ideas for the topic. When I finally came out of that focus state, wondering how long we had left for planning, I looked around and saw that everybody had begun writing. So what happened here was that I missed the announcement that said that writing time had started, because I was so focused into planning. I think a minute or two had passed. Regardless, I had lost precious time for writing. So make sure to keep your ears open because it's really easy to miss those announcements when you're really focused. Now pay attention to this next part, because what I'm about to mention is super important, and it could very well be the difference between you getting into selective school and missing out, regardless of if you get the correct answer to the question. And this mistake is so easy to make that it happens to a lot of people. Okay, I'll give you an example here so that you can better understand what I'm trying to convey. So pretend this is my answer sheet, and I figure out that the answer to question 1 is A. Okay, no problem. Question 2, it seems a bit too challenging, so I move on to question 3 and I figure out that the answer is C. So I shade C, but as you can see it's on the wrong question. Now my mind is a bit too busy figuring out other questions, so question 4 and so on. And it's also worried about time, so I don't notice that yet. So I figure out that question 4 is B, question 5 is D. And as you can see, what's happening is all the answers I'm shading are moving back one question. And that is a massive problem, because that means I'm getting all the questions incorrect when I've got the correct answer. I know the correct answer. So then I start rubbing everything out when I finally realize this, and I go back and I shade everything again. And as you can see, that wastes a lot of time. So you gotta make sure that you shade the correct bubble to its respective question. Now just a heads up, this last piece of advice I'm giving is religion based, related to Hinduism. Now a few months ago I discovered this ancient scripture, and chanting it every day absolutely changed my life positively. So this incredibly powerful piece of text is called the Hanuman Chalisa. Trust me, by reciting it every day, you will feel much more confident. But what about motivation? Are you lacking motivation for the selective high school exam? Well, check out this short. Please do share this video with other people you think might benefit. Thanks for watching and good luck for the selective high school exam.